looking at DKR. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Stockton. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and working through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. For it. Pocket breaking down. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man down the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
To throw, Manning escapes the pressure to his right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught by Williams on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Because it freezes those linebackers, it freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run, and then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Good, solid tackle.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen, see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Lost to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Just barely enough to tuck it into that right corner. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Simon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st and 10 coming up. run inside. It's Smothers. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Throwing Manning. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Running inside, it's Smothers.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. And he's wrestled to the ground.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You can tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality. Been running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
Here's Brown. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Here's Manning to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Here's a heat. And they got it.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
The run inside. It's Frazier. There's a crease.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He had that 1st down marker squarely in his sights, but boy, a tough, hard-nosed tackle is going to leave him about a yard short. Maybe didn't have the defense they expected, and they'll call a timeout here on 4th and 1. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Bulldogs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Arch Madness. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Powers through. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simon. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Manning rushes on him, trying to get behind the defense. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Great place to start for this offense. Handoff for Frazier. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Frazier again. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I tell you, honestly, what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to throw, it's Stockton. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Quick release by the QB. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Might be calling a hot route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that first and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. They'll give to Frazier. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's Arch to throw. Quick completion on the out. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running inside, it's Smothers. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Arch is going to throw for it. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the fourth. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
Here comes the Texas offense. So the defense sets him up with an interception. Now a couple of first downs. There he goes. Smashes ahead. The 20. 10. All the way. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking downfield on first down. Going for it all. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job. Get the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. It'll be third and long. Looking for room. It's Smothers. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. No good. And after the missed field goal, this lead is still at 12, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with it.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home.
Going deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Makes one man miss. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Well, a lot of bad things happening on that play if you're on offense because, one, you lost yards, but two, you ran out of bounds. You've got the lead. You want to bleed this clock. It's one thing to lose yards, but stay in bounds. Just go down.
A shot toward the end zone. Gets it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? Manning with a play fake. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Safe little shovel pass. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
it.